How's it going, everybody? Goldhad here, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be entry 18 of my G.I. Joe Operation Blackout Achievement Walkthrough Guide. In this entry, we are going to be focusing on all the collectibles. We are going to be picking these up in order of appearance, so let's go ahead and load up our first mission. Our first mission is going to be capture the flag. This is mission 2, and we are going to have 4 collectibles in this one, so let's go ahead and start this up. So right when we load into the mission, we are going to make a couple turns and we are going to come up here where we have to take a right, but if you go straight ahead, we will find our first collectible of capture the flag. Up next, right after you use the first AA gun, you're going to come back up these stairs, and now we can walk over here and we are going to make a right and we are going to find our second collectible. For our third one of this mission, right after we use the second AA gun, we can come into this area now, and it's going to be right behind this jet, and we are going to be able to get our third collectible. Up next is going to be right after you fight Duke for the first time, and once you come out into this hangar-like area, we are going to come over here, and we are just going to go up the stairs, and it's going to be in between the stairs. For our next mission, it is going to be lights out, and that is mission 3. So let's go ahead and give that a start up. There are going to be 4 collectibles in this mission, and once we get to the area where we have to go up the hill, it's right at the beginning almost, and right over here on the right is going to be our first collectible. The next 3 are going to be right after you open the gate. Right when we do open the gate, you want to come over here to the right, and on top of this water tower is going to be our second collectible of lights out. So now for our third one, we are going to go across, and it's going to be on top of this little building, and we are going to go get our third collectible. Next up is going to be number 4, and it is going to be behind this fort-like area that we have to protect for 3 waves. We're just going to run back here, and it will be right behind it. Next up is going to be mission 4, cold case. There's also going to be 4 collectibles in this one, so let's go ahead and give it a start up. Right when we start into this mission, we are going to have a little base that we have to protect for 2 minutes. Once we come in here, we want to go downstairs and we will find our first collectible. Right after we guarded that base, we'll come through this gate and we will have a bridge we have to cross, and right over here on the right will be our second collectible. Once we guarded out this first area, this open area, we are going to come through here, and that's where the road is blocked, and we want to come right over here to the right and we will find our third collectible. For our last collectible of this mission, we need to turn that on, and it's going to spawn that blue ring. These doors will finally open up, and we can come right over here to the right, and it will be our last collectible. Next mission is going to be mission 5, Scarcity of Freedom, so we're going to go ahead and give that a start up. There's going to be 4 collectibles as well. Our first one will be right when we see Cobra Commander. It's going to be over here on the left. Next up is going to be in this room right under the stairs. This third one is going to be right next to the last cache we have to get for that side objective. It's going to be behind those crates. And the last collectible of this mission is going to be in the final room of the mission. It's going to be right up here, over here to the right. We just crossed this bridge and it'll be in here. These doors will open up once the timer starts, so just be aware. Next up is going to be mission 6, Come With Me If You Want to Live. There are going to be 4 collectibles in this one, so let's go ahead and give it a go. The first one for this mission is going to be right when you come up this ramp into this open area. We're just going to flip back around and it's going to be right behind the big fort. For the second one, it is going to be the second open area fort that you're going to come into, and it's going to be right behind another little building. A little bit later in the mission, we have to open up that gate, but we can't, so we have to jump over it. We have to turn on that panel, and once we come into this room, we are going to find our third collectible. Next up, once we do jump on those boxes and get on top of that gate to jump over, we're just going to go catty corner right across, and we will find our last collectible of the mission. Next up is going to be mission 8. It's a trap. There will be 4 collectibles in this mission, so let's go ahead and start it up. Right at the beginning of this mission, it's going to be right over here for our first one. It's going to be right over here on the right. We're just going to go up these stairs and it will be right here. In the later rooms, we're going to come into this room and it's going to be right under the staircase right here. For the third collectible of this mission, it is going to be under this staircase in this open room. And for our last collectible of this mission, it is where we have to go up top and those turrets are down below. It's going to be right after the first turret from the back side. So let's go ahead and clear out these guys and then we will go down below and get our last collectible of the mission. Next up is going to be made in Japan, and there's going to be 3 collectibles in this one. So at the beginning of the mission, after we fight that first set of ninjas, we're going to jump down, and over here on our left is going to be our first collectible. The next 2 for this mission, which are going to be the last 2, are right next to each other at the end. It's over here on the left is going to be our first one. This is close to the end of the mission. It's going to be right behind this house. And then our next one is going to be directly across. Next up is going to be Fury and Silence, which we will have 3 as well. Our first one's going to be right when we start this mission. We'll want to come in here and get the purple mold that we have to protect from Storm Shadow. Right after we pick that up, we can just go through the back side of this house, and it's going to be right behind it, and it'll be in between the staircase. The second one is going to be right next to the area of Storm Shadow's second appearance. It's going to be right over here on the left by this rock. And for our third and final collectible of this mission, it is going to be at the very end over here on the left, where we're going to fight Storm Shadow for the last time of this mission. For our next mission, it is going to be mission 11, Nothing Personal, which we will have 4 collectibles in. Our first collectible is going to be right here in this area where we see the first Cobra statue. We're going to want to come over here to the left and make a right, and we will find our first collectible. Right after we turn this on and that blue ring spawns that we have to protect, we want to come through here and we're going to go up some stairs, and it's going to be out here on this balcony. The last 2 collectibles of this mission are going to be at the very end where we had to fight Cobra. Don't even worry about Cobra, just go right across and we will find our third one, and then our fourth one will be in a little room where we just walk up and the door will open. Next up is going to be First Light, and we will have 5 collectibles in this one. Our first 2 collectibles of this mission are going to be right at the beginning on these assembly lines. Here are the first 2. Once you make it to the next room, the second room of assembly lines, we will have our next 3 collectibles, and that is going to be the last 3 collectibles of this mission. Next up is going to be Mission Unplugged. We're going to go ahead and start this one up. There's going to be 3 collectibles in this one. The first one's going to be over here on the right when we start the mission. Our second one is going to be at the start of the mission as well. Right when we open up this door, we want to take a quick right up these stairs and we will find our second collectible. For our third and last collectible of the Mission Unplugged, close to the end, we're going to come through this room, and over here on the right, we can go through this doorway and we will find our third collectible. For Mission 14, Undo What They Did to Us, we will have 4 collectibles in this one, so let's go ahead and jump in. Our first one is going to be at the beginning. Once we make that first right, we want to come through this area, and it's going to be right behind these crates. Next up, after we use that second or first AA gun, we're going to come through this caged room, and we want to take a left and we will find our second collectible. For our third one, we have to clear out this room. If we just make a quick right and go up these stairs and make another right, we will find our third collectible. And after we beat everybody in this room, we can go down these stairs. We want to make a right, and it's going to be out on this balcony again, and it is going to be our 4th collectible of the mission, which is going to be our last collectible of the mission. Next up is Mission 16, Enemy of My Enemy, and we are going to have 4 collectibles in this one. Right when we start this mission, it is going to be right behind us. We just want to flip around right when we start, and we're going to go up these rocks and we will find our first collectible of the mission. About midway through this mission, you will battle Storm Shadow on how many kills you can get, and in this open area, we are going to have 2 collectibles. Here are the locations. For number 4 of this mission, which is our last collectible of this mission, we're going to come right over here to the left and we're going to go up these stairs and we will find our last collectible of this mission. Next up is going to be Mission 17, which is the last one, and that is Freedom Squad, and this one's going to have 3 collectibles in it. The first one is right when we load into the mission. We want to take a right when we start, and we are going to find our first collectible of this mission. For the second one, it is going to be in the room you fight Destro and Baroness. It's going to be right over here on the right, down this hallway. And now for our last collectible of the campaign, it is going to be right after you see Storm Shadow at the very end. We want to run past him and we are just going to hug the walls all the way through and we will find our last collectible. And right after grabbing this one, we have successfully grabbed every collectible campaign we can pick up. So that's going to wrap up entry 18. As always, I hope this walkthrough guide has been super helpful. If it has been, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to drop a comment down below, or you can hit me up personally on my Instagram. The link is in the description box, and I will see you guys next time. Gold Hat, signing off.